Journey is ignorance to wisdom. That is our journey. And do you practice that Mangala Charan every day in the morning? The moment you wake up in the morning, Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karva Vahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. If you are doing it, your intellect is already pure, it is in Sattva Guna. You forget it. Intellect is in Tamo Guna. You remember and you remember and you don't do it. Rajo. So we are going to understand this with reference to the japa. We are very much clear. In the morning, evening, while walking and talking, before sleeping, you are doing the japa. Check that how many times you have checked your mind and intellect moving in Sattva Guna. And I can promise you that no anxiety, reaction, duality, and conflict can touch you. But during the day, you are hesitating. You remember that, that beer guy told me that let me do it. Japa, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. But you don't do it. Rajoguna. So the mind and intellect moves with the Rajoguna. It has a desire outside for seeking pleasure subconsciously, unconsciously, habitually, impulsively, whatever you want to say. And you forget. Oh, now I remember you told me this session, 6 days have passed. The mind and intellect in Tamoguna. And you want peace and happiness in Tamoguna? Is it possible? Ashok says, no, it is not. How many times you have done it? That you have to find out. Do you see that? You forget. I'm not saying that you should spare some time, find some time to do the japa. I am saying doing whatever the work that you are doing, keep on doing it. But introduce the japa in between. You're waiting for your friend. Okay. Om Shanti. Are you getting it? We are going little deeper. You all are seekers, so it is good to understand the relationship of these three gunas with mind and intellect and the japa. I forgot totally. You are in tamoguna. No, but I remain calm. Then what? Yeah, you have a hatred and envy, and still you maintain that calmness because the person in front of you is very powerful. We don't react to the boss. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tamoguna, not freedom. Rajoguna, I am fully busy. No, let me complete this work and then I will start doing the japa from the next week. This will never come. Your mind is in ignorance. We are talking of awakening. Our goal is awakening. Our goal is self-knowledge. Our goal is self-realization. Think. I'm not saying anything. You have to think. Our goal is self-realization, awakening, or whatever you want to say. So I forget it. It is tamoguna. I have other problems to solve before I start doing the japa. I'm not saying while walking, while talking, while sleeping, while eating. Start with the japa, with the fingers, with the segments of the fingers. Without it, no initiation is required. So you may recall how many times you have done last week. That is the word journey. How many times you have done it? Is that Mangala Charan every day in the morning? What happened? Why there is an echo? Are you also listening? My computer has gone into Rajoguna mode. Your intellect, I don't know what is happening. Pure, it is in Sattva Guna. You forget it. Intellect is in Tamo. Sounds like a recording is playing, but you remember. Yeah, I will listen to the Dennis advice. You remember. Check other windows. Maybe something is playing. Other windows. Other windows. We are going to understand this with reference to the japa. Now you will not listen. It's okay? Very much. Oh, you're still listening. What happened? Morning, evening, while walking, talking, before sleeping, you are doing the japa. My goodness, it is in Rajoguna. Other window. So other window means other. In the Microsoft Chrome, no, there is only one. Anxiety, reaction, conflict. Let me listen to what Dennis says. Check other windows. Maybe something is playing. Other tabs in the browser. Maybe other tabs. But you don't do it. Oh, let me refresh it and.
It was from today.
On it. Can't hear you there, sir.
Hello? Hello? Now?
Yeah.
Yes.
How many times you have done that you have to? Hello? Now no noise? You forget. I'm not saying that you should. No, still playing in the background. Why it is playing in the background? Doing whatever the work. Okay.
It's still playing.
Oh, I have to reboot the computer. That is what Dennis is saying. Rebooting the computer. Can you wait for a while so that yeah. Just wait for a while. Let me reboot the computer. This is what the relationship of three gunas. Or I should look at microphone X.
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Now it is okay? Hello?
Seems perfect.
Oh, that's good. Thank you. So, computer went into Rajoguna mode. So, yeah, that is what happens in our life also. So we were talking about that Rajoguna mode and Tamoguna mode. We have to understand this clearly, and then you can immediately find out, because if your mind is living in Tamoguna, yes, now I am okay. So, lesson ignorance to wisdom. So basic today's topic is that you can recognize the play of Satoguna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna with reference to your mind and intellect. With reference to your mind and intellect. And if it is in Tamoguna, you will forget, you will not remember. If it is in Rajoguna, you know it, you remember it, you feel that you should do it, but you don't do it. Why you don't do it? Because your mind is running in the world outside for some desire, some seeking, some pleasure. Oh, that is urgent work to do. Let me complete this work and then I will do it. And that is the problem of the japa. That is why the master have thought of it, though, let me initiate. With that initiation, the teacher says, if you do this, then only you will change, your problem will be solved, you will enter into the higher consciousness. If you don't do it, because I have initiated you, you will continue to suffer, you will have lot of anxiety if you leave only one day. You are already into anxiety because the Rajo and Tamoguna are active. It has nothing to do with the teacher. Are you understanding? So traditionally, when we initiate, we give 10 or 15 conditions to it. So you can put those conditions to yourself by recognizing the mind, nature of the mind, and the intellect. Japa. Do you remember I told you the meaning of the japa? To bring an end to the cyclic chains of birth and the death. That means I get rid of the world that is causing the suffering to me. That is causing the suffering to me. And I helped you recall the crows, how to return to the Satoguna crows movement. I have to a seeker, I have to focus what? I have to focus on the crows movement, means adaptability and resourcefulness of a crow. My intellect remembers and recalls that mantra, any mantra, Om Shanti Shantam. Once you have chosen the mantra, then stick to it. The swan concentration while hunting. Rajoguna says, no, I am very busy. Om Shanti. I'm very busy, Om Shanti. I'm very busy, Om Shanti. Rajoguna will move to the Sattva Guna. Very subtle movement. So what is going to happen? You are refining your intellect. You are purifying your mind. You are getting rid of the unwanted, undesirable thought process and getting rid of the anxiety. I don't know how many have you done, how many times. You can write a lot of literature, but doing is very important. Swana nidra tathaicho. You woke up at the midnight and you remember, my goodness, before sleeping I did not do the practice, but now I'm awake. No, I will continue to do it and fall into sleep. No, but I will not get a sleep. It is Rajoguna. You will definitely get a sleep. I'm now talking to the higher level of a seeker who is committed, who is sincere, who is devoted. You woke up at the midnight, went to the restroom, returned. Oh, I'm sorry, I did something to my honey. Tamoguna. And then you want the progress, you want the awakening, not possible. You overeating. And then your belly is complaining you. And you feel that you will wake up in the morning, alpahari, and we should have a discernment and a sense of dispassion, being detached from one's home. Home here means the body. Then only the japa japa practice alone can help you reach to that state. Your mind might be inspired inside. From today, now I will do it. I forgot last week. Next week will never come if you do not start from today. Ashok, don't fall victim to the other subjects and other doubts. You follow the simple tools and technique. Are you doing it or not? That is very important. Now, which mantra I should do? Pick up any mantra which you like. Remove the doubt. No, I will do Om Namah Shivaya. Once you have chosen, you do it. I know what is going on in your mind. If I do this mantra, if I do that mantra, then you fall victim to the tamoguna and the rajoguna. Tamo and the rajoguna mixes with the mind and the intellect. That is what you think. That is the way you think. That is the way you behave. That is the way you act. Japa, I told you, but japa means cyclic, that which protects me from the world that is suffering. In ignorance to wisdom, we have four aspects. The world is suffering, remedy is satsang, experiences and the realization. Ja, ja means the janam, the birth. Pa means dropping all the sins. So since here, the suffering is there. That is the meaning of the japa. Don't fall prey to my fellow people who will say, I will initiate into this mantra, and you will have lot of vibrations, energy vibrations. Don't fall. You don't want energy vibrations. You can create energy vibrations anywhere and anytime. That is not spirituality. I'm not saying because of me, I'm saying because of the teaching. So first meaning of the japa, you understood in the mantra. I told you mantra has two syllables. Mantra. Man means mind. And it also means to think. Om Shanti, you are thinking of the mantra. And the tra means the instrument. Therefore, a mantra is literally a tool of the mind, an instrument of the thought. Are you all getting it? Say yes. So today I inspired you, so I want to see that from today to the next session, how many times you have done during the day. So you will recognize Rajoguna and the Tamoguna in your life. I need not to check. Why should I check? The teacher of the Eastern wisdom is not meant to check and give you the certificate. It's 100-hour certification or 200 hours. No, it is not. It will not work, even if you do 500 hours of certification. So I gave you the self-check. I'm repeating it again. You forgot completely the whole day, tamoguna. Mind is obsessed with the tamo and rajoguna. You remember, but you don't do it. Rajoguna mixed with the tamoguna. Mind is still obstinate. It is obsessed. It is still creating a problem. Sattva every time you remember, you're driving, you're walking, eating, doing anything, and all the time, your mind recalls. You forget just for a few minutes or seconds, but your mind goes back to the same mantra again. And if you look into the 5 qualities, crows, swan, dog, you will understand this. Then only the transformation takes place. No transformation is not easy. It is not easy. Awakening is not easy. We have to put whole our mind and intellect into it. So the mantra is clear, whether it is Shantoham, Shivoham, Om Namah Shivaya. And then comes the mala. If you have mala, it is always good if you have a rosary, beads of any bead. Don't start thinking of it. Any bead. You wake up in the morning, spend some 15 to 20 minutes, one mala, do it. Before sleeping, another mala. So while sitting position, tamoguna keeps the body steady, and then the tamoguna, rajoguna keeps the mind active, and satoguna does the mala. So there is a balance when you are doing the practice while sitting. 1 mala, 15, 20 minutes. First week, 1 mala, second week, 1 mala. And when the mind says, oh, I can do the second mala, once your mind says, not forcing. After doing 1 mala, calm down and watch. Open your eyes and see what happens. And the mind will pick up. Mind says, no, can I do the second one? Yes, do it. So it means Sattva is at the peak. And when it lives on the peak, you will definitely find the time. Don't worry about it. You don't worry about your busy schedule. You don't worry about your busy schedule. That is the secret of the Japa. It's a transformative practice that works on multiple levels inside us, multiple levels. Why I said multiple levels? The tamasic mind, rajasic mind, sattvic mind. You have a tamasic mind, you continue working. You always feel sleepy, or you fall asleep while doing the japa, continue doing it. Your mind is agitated and wandering everywhere while doing the japa, keep on doing it. Just keep on doing it. Forget the rest. Wait for some time. So that japa, that mantra, that movement at the physical level of the fingers and the mantra will push the mind, will help the mind to rise into the Sattva Guna. Sometimes it takes a time. Don't force it. I already have a lot of work to do in my life, and you have added one more work. Tamoguna. Are you thinking like this? So Tamoguna. Recognize here and now your nature of your mind. Don't go too far. No, I'm not getting a sleep. If I do the japa, will I not get the sleep? Or will I get the sleep? Don't worry about anything. Continue doing the japa. Your mind is cheating you. If I don't get the sleep, then what? Keep on doing it. If you don't get the sleep, you have more opportunity because you are awake. Keep on doing it. Swana nidra tathaiva cha. Kaka chesta, crow's effort. You see, all the 5 qualities helps the mind to keep it in the Sattva Guna mode. And that Sattva Guna mode, you can say the safe mode of the Windows. Nothing happens. You continue doing it. It will definitely bring the change. Minimum 3 months. You can get the result in first week. It's okay. You are a wonderful seeker then. Otherwise, so just to think about it, Tamoguna is characterized by the laziness, inertia, ignorance. It opposes the knowledge. So that is why I don't remember, I forget it. Don't start taking memory boost. I'm talking of Tamoguna. We have in America everything, solution of everything, memory boost. So I bought a tablet for memory boost, but I forgot to take it. What to do? Tamoguna. Do you remember? Do you know that? What you will do? And then you would ask your honey to remind me, and honey also forgets. Honey is not concerned about your internal mind. So think of it. We are entering into the higher journey. So Tamoguna is characterized, or sometimes Jerry might be doing melatonin and serotonin, you take it and it will forget about those things. You focus, understand it clearly. I'm clearly making you understand. Don't fall prey to those rituals, logical. So the Rajoguna is characterized, only think of it, it is characterized by the desire, it is still seeking from its past impressions, seeking the pleasure outside. And there you remember, but in order to seek the pleasure outside, your intellect concludes, let me do this, have the pleasure, and then I will do it. It will never happen. So you have to introduce little bit of Sattva Guna. No, let me do it. I'm reaching there to a restaurant, so let me do it. The memory boost will not work here. I tell you frankly. And what is going to happen, the last point, what is going to happen? You are doing first week, second week, third week, And you will recognize the whole day you are in the state of the calmness. You don't have a slight of hesitation in your life. You are paving the way to the higher consciousness. That is the power of this japa. I will pick up one more aspect of this japa next week. So think of it. Remember, this lack of consistency in japa will fail you, leading stagnation, slow progress. Engaging in japa mechanically without love reduces its effectiveness. Why there is a mechanical? It's a tamoguna. I'm opposing the knowledge. I'm not understanding. With awareness, I'm not doing. Becoming attached to the experience of the japa. Japa will bring lot of experiences. If it is mixed with the tamoguna, it will bring hallucinative experiences. So you are awake and you say, okay, I will continue to do it. Let me have it. And then you will find out it will take some time. Got it? Thank you. Close your eyes. Eyes are closed, and find out the place, position, and posture. Being comfortable. You're comfortable. You see, being comfortable, Sattva reminds you. Sattva means knowledge and awareness. Sattva reminds you the comfortable posture and steadiness. Sattva reminds you of awareness of the breath. Sattva reminds you deeper inside being carefree. There's a lot to learn, but once you learn and you assimilate these dots, you bring these dots together, you will see, oh, now see the thoughts are coming. You remind yourself what you remind. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. You see, you don't allow the mind to go on a walk to seek the pleasure outside or feeling something letharginess. You just start. You see, from the Raju and Sattva Guna, you are doing the mantra. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. May there be happiness for all. Happiness for all. You have experienced the joy inside in couple of these meditation practices, or when you do it regularly, recall that moment. Oh, that happiness, that joy, where I'm 100% free from the world outside that is responsible for suffering. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. May there be peace for all. Peace, Sattva Guna is characterized by the inner peace. Outer peace, that is a form of a pleasure, Rajoguna. Feeling sleepy and getting also the peace, Tamoguna. Tamo and Rajoguna will not transform you, only the Sattva Guna. So the peace is everywhere. Sarvesham Puranam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Puranam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Puranam Bhavatu. May there be completeness in all. Do you feel the sense of completeness? Or after the session, your Rajoguna mind says, I'm already complete in myself. You have already told me, then there is no need to do it. So you fall back to the Tamoguna. It's such a any time the delusion takes over you and you are gone. That's why consistency is required. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. May there be an auspicious. I enter into that auspiciousness. I have realized, I have recognized many a times during these sessions that I entered into that state of the calmness. You did not create it. Permanent peace, happiness are not the property, production of the mind. It is always there. So when it is always, house is always there. So I enter into the house. And then we don't allow the mind to fall into the tamo guna. Then what? Focus. Now I can use the word focus your mind inside the forehead in the space and drop Om Shanti gently with love. Om Shanti. I love Om Shanti. Why? Because I am Om and Shanti is I am. Om Shanti. In that stillness of the body, start breathing into the rib cage with a contraction and expansion of the rib cage. You see, everything is happening. Sattva Guna is 90%, Rajoguna is 10%, which is doing an activity. No movement of the body, Ashok. You are falling into Rajoguna. Your mind is, we say, okay, let me scratch my head. Why? That is why we don't feel the progress. Just continue doing it. Continue doing it. No movement of the body except the chest. There is a contraction and expansion of the rib cage. Om Shanti, you are doing it gently. In the stillness of the body, breathing continues. And you will, yes, you remember, resistance comes from the mind. That resistance is the word causing this suffering. You use the intellect. I will continue to do it. So when you resolve this without any movement, what you are doing, you are building an endurance. Endurance is basically a thought associated with an emotion. You are charging yourself. And then what comes? The joy of doing. Keep on doing it. Continue, my friends. So japa is going on because the mind, you are focusing the mind inside. Pratyahara is done. Pranayama is done. You are using your intellect to discern what needs to be done, what need not to be done. or what needs to be prevented, blocked. Suddenly, your mind wants to move the body, and there comes the endurance. You use the intellect. Why, mind, you want to move it? Impulsive, instinctive, habitual, pulls the mind outside. You forget Om Shanti and the breathing. And then we complain to the teacher, there is no progress. फिर कर लिया इतनी आसान नहीं है साधना अशोक Continue doing it. Continue. And now stop it. When you stop it, no movement into the body. Bring your awareness on the flow of the breath. You are checking the mind. And both the flow are equal. Make it sure you may not experience the state of meditation, but if the flow of the breath is equal, you are already in the state of the meditation. We want to raise that awareness level. Now, looking again inside the forehead, pay attention to Om Shanti there and start breathing into the belly. Long, hissing breaths. Your intellect should recognize it's a longer breath going into the belly. Belly becomes like a balloon, and the balloon is squeezed during exhalation. You're not It's an equal breath of inhalation and exhalation. Belly breathing continues, stillness in the entire body except the belly. Om Shanti also continues. And you will recognize couple of times your mind is not able to do the Om Shanti. We are tearing apart the habitual mind. How? One part of the mind is doing the fast breathing, belly breathing. Other part of the mind is dropping Om Shanti gently. So it will break up that habitual pattern. Continue again. Question is of endurance, joy of doing it. So you can even recall those 5 aspects. Kaka chesta, bako dhyanam, swana nitra, tathaiva cha, alpahari, grahatyagi, sadhakam, lakshanam. At present, you have a dispassion for all the works that you want to do today or tomorrow, or what you have done. So the intellect has to discern. It is known as one first power of the intellect. Do you remember? Continue breathing dropping Om Shanti, continue, and stillness in the body continues. One day, the same practice leads you to a very deeper experience, and other day, it does not. Why? Play of the three gunas inside your mind and intellect. Not me, not a situation, not even the mind. We are preparing ourselves to practice meditation almost for 45 to 50 minutes to an hour. Incorporating all the principles, I'll make you aware of it. Now stop this. Breathing, do nothing. Stop the mantra also. Look at the flow of the breath. Just watching the flow of the breath. So the watching the flow of the breath is the Sattva Guna mode of the mind and the intellect. So when you are aware of the flow of the breath, the mind with the Rajoguna starts thinking. So you return that thinking to the flow of the breath. Oh, let me see the flow of the breath. Nothing to be done unconsciously, habitually, impulsively, instinctively, mechanically, which is a part of the tamoguna of the mind. Not at all. And now leave this 16 segments. We'll continue with the japa. Drop the Om Shanti on the 16 segments of the fingers without touching. So, do you remember? It's a mind's eye. It's a mind's tongue. It's a mind's ear who hears the mantra, and continue that. I told you before also, you can simply drop Om Shanti, Om Shanti. You are super aware and attentive, then it happens. Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Mind isn't fully. But if it doesn't happen that way, you retain the attention on the first segment, and then you take your time. Om Shanti. It is not important that how many rounds you do it. In this meditation, you do it with the Sattva Guna that I did not talk earlier, but I gave you the reference. I make you understand that clearly. So even if Om Shanti, so you are retaining the attention on one segment, you allow the mind to complete Om Shanti. And then your mind's eye look at the second segment, your mind's finger, the skin the mind touches. You have a sensation and you begin Om Shanti or otherwise. So one day, everyone can move into the super Satoguna. And on that given day, you start experiencing very deep vibrations or sensations of the prana. And it follows the simple principle. And now, move the mind inside the cave of your heart. Visualize the triangle of any color, where I said any color to engage the mind. Move the mind, dropping Om Shanti on each side of a triangle, clockwise and anti-clockwise. So again, basically you are looking for the state of the mind should be in Sattva. That is another meaning of the sync. Well, the moment you find the sync, pushing the mind with a long mental, emotional sound of Om deep inside the cave of your heart, when the mind seemingly stops, drop Shanti and finished. Then that I has to do nothing, that I-ness. That is another way to transcend the I consciously. Transcending the I consciously means super satoguna. Finest satoguna, the finest I-ness is there. Pure I is there. Who is doing the practice? Mm. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand, your awareness on the left hand. Lift your Buddha palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms, know your experiences. Bring the hands down and share our experiences. Are you, Brandy?
Sorry, I'm good. Thank you for the lesson and the meditation. I always appreciate the reminder about the gunas being at play and how they impact our daily happenings, or can, and then the reminder for the japa for endurance. So I will remember in the morning and in the evening to be doing that.
Oh, very good. Only in the morning and evening? What about during the day?
Okay, I'm getting just bear with me here.
No, no. I 100% bear with you. Very good. Yes, even it's a good beginning. But we have to remember, I'll tell you, I'll talk in detail why during the day is also important. How are you, Stephen?
Good, thank you, sir. I am recognizing the effects of doing the japa. I've been doing it consistently since the start of last week. Um, so I know the profound effects that I'm seeing and recognizing. So thanks for that. And as far as today's meditation goes, it was completely effortless. And that's becoming easier and easier too every day.
Beautiful. You see, he has started doing during the day, morning, evening, anywhere, anytime. Anywhere, anytime is awareness, is a reminder. It's a movement of the Sattva Guna. When there is a movement of the Raja Guna, you recognize it, but you don't do it. Tamo Guna, you forget it. So if you forget, take memory boost, to find out. How are you, David and Jerry?
Thank you, sir. The lesson, it's just, I feel like we're building this, getting ready for a crescendo, and we're kind of getting all these things put in place, and it's really, I was focused on the journey that we're in. It's not, we never say, okay, I'm there now, I can stop. This is a lifetime. This is a continuation. This is a journey. And, I'm really enjoying it, getting into it. My meditation today was extremely deep. The only thing I remember is you saying the mind's eye, and I can just remember my physical eyes looking back into where one would think their mind is, and just kind of going to bliss and blank. So that was my experience today.
Yeah, that's really good. It means the withdrawal of the mind. The mind is not attached to the sense organs and also the motor organs. So when it is attached to the motor organs, so the mind coins the thought of doing a lot of things. When the mind is attached to all the sense organs while keeping the mind within, that is what the step. And that is really good. Yes, we are that crescendo, you rightly said. We are ultimately going into the 40 steps. I'm building up. So that's really good. Thank you. How are you, Jerry?
Sir, I'm good, thank you. The meditation was really effortless, absorbed, peaceful, calm, really nice. Thank you.
Beautiful. Don't forget that Sattva Guna, Raja Guna, and Tamo Guna during the day. And if we don't forget, you will see a tremendous change in our behavior, attitude, and responses. Beautiful. How are you, Dennis?
Thank you. My meditation was deep and comfortable, and the thing I remember is that there was some distinct experiences in the fingers during the 16 segments. And yes, I have been doing the Japa during the day, during the last week, whenever I remember, and I intend to continue. Thank you.
Very good. That's really good that you have started doing whenever you remember. And also remember that what happened, why I forgot. So the moment you recognize why you forget, you will see either the Raju and the Tamo Guna. You can easily identify. And when you identify, then when there is a cognition, what we say when there is a recognition, the mind jumps into the higher awareness. Are you, Sameer?
Sir, I've been doing Japa for a very long time. When I was doing in beginning, most of the times thoughts used to overpower my Japa.
Yeah.
And now it is happening that Japa is overpowering the thoughts, because it comes to my mind that these thoughts will not take me anywhere. So it's better to be interested and be indulged more in Japa than in these thoughts. So now
Beautiful.
this.
Beautiful. You see that clearly your intellect has a power of discernment that has concluded that instead of getting carried away by those thoughts, let me return my mind and do the japa. You see the power of discernment. It's a righteous intellect. Do you remember the 4 powers, 4 types of intellect? So that is how it is working. So you are joining all the dots. I'm addressing to everyone. You're joining all the dots, and then it becomes an easy affair. No hallucination, no beautiful. How are you, Christina?
I'm well, thank you. Halfway through our practice today, I felt a lot of chills, and it just lasted all the way through to the end. And in my practice of japa this week, I found every time I remembered, every thought I was thinking was not helpful or a judgment or causing distress every single time.
Yes. You see, that is another benefit of the japa. I started doing the japa, but there is definitely a thought remains present in the memory. And then I recognize it's useless. Why I'm thinking like this. And that is going to change our behavior and attitude. That's a good reflection on your part. Thank you. How are you, Vaibhav?
Thank you, sir. Sir, I'm good. It's like that long back when I used to do japa. So it feels like that I'm doing a lot of effort at that time. Its mind is saying that I'm doing a lot of effort, and then why I'm doing it. Now this time, what has changed that it is the intention that why I'm doing it, and then when I understand it, it is replacing my habitual thoughts. And because I love myself and I want to replace those thoughts, the whole effort has gone between the while doing the japa, and it brings the mind at peace.
You see, it's a beautiful understanding. It's a beautiful understanding. Normally, people complain, I cannot do it. I have lot of challenges. I have lot of problems. You all have crossed that thinking. I'm not talking of that because when I give other lessons, I talk in detail about this. But this is a very clear understanding that now the very effort has gone. Why? Because of understanding, because of knowledge, because of awareness. Beautiful. How are you, Terry?
I'm also, anytime I think of it, I do it, was doing it up until yesterday was Sunday. For something happened yesterday, and I forgot completely, and the whole day was horrible. But when in the meditation, I always have a thought that I don't like it. I really have an obsessive idea that I have a problem because I don't know where the cave of the heart is in physical space. And today I just felt like everything was more even and more calm. And I felt like I was the triangle. So then I didn't have a problem anymore. I don't know why or
No, beautiful. Your mind, again, now we can easily understand the mind moved into the Sattva Guna and then it did it effortlessly. That is what we have to bring our mind back again and again. What is Sattva Guna? Knowledge and peace, knowledge and awareness. Nothing. You cannot see these gunas. You can see the impact and effect of these gunas in our body, in our mind, in our thoughts, in our emotions, in our feeling, in our behavior, in our attitude. We cannot see these three gunas. You cannot see them directly, but yes, you can see the impact. You can see the effect. And that effect may be a kind of a thought, kind of a feeling, kind of an emotion, kind of behavior, kind of an attitude. So that, it gives you that level of awareness. So what happens when the mind constantly, you're doing the japa every day, whenever you remember, your power to recall to do the japa becomes a natural affair. What it means? Every 5 minutes you remember and recall. If that happens, can you think of the state of awareness you are living? Some people might have taken it as a challenge. I can understand it. Other people says it's quite boring. Ashok.
सर नमस्ते
Namaste, sir.
सर दिन में कभी कभी ना ये हार्ट में ट्रायंगल बना के इक्विलेटरल ट्रायंगल और
हाँ।
उसमें वो रोटेट करते हैं और वही ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति
हाँ,
तो
कभी
इट इज गोइंग ऑन। यस सर अभी तो कभी कभी ये देखो सच तो बात ये है कभी कभी इन द सेंस कि जब याद कभी याद मतलब कभी याद आता है कभी फिर भूल जाते फिर याद आता है फिर भूल जाते इट इज लाइक दैट तो बट अब इसको अच्छी तरह करना पड़ेगा।
Yes. What is saying that he visualized the triangle inside the heart and there he dropped Om Shanti. Wonderful. You can follow that. Any change is required. So that is good. But he says, I do it seldom, hardly sometime when I remember, then I do it. It is just the beginning. It is just the beginning of a journey. That too is good. But because your mind recalls that, it remembers that. That is all for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Namaste, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Namaste.
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 Namaste.